Morning. It's Sunday, June 22nd. I'm up in Dodgeville, Wisconsin this morning. Getting a little bit of a late start. I think it's around like 8:30 maybe. Wasn't feeling too great this morning. Got up with a headache, some shoulder and neck issues. Just slept rough, I guess. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to take off and get out here. It's supposed to be like 95 for a high today, I think. But I just got to do it anyway. So I got some breakfast earlier than normal, took some ibuprofen, got a bunch of hydration with me. I decided to take this Military Ridge Trail up here out of Dodgeville. It heads to Verona, Wisconsin, which is up near Madison, Wisconsin. My plan today is to try to ride all the way up there. It's like 40 miles, I think. So up there and back should be around 80. This would be my longest day, hottest day. Got to put my body through it. Even when I don't feel great, I still got to get out here and do this stuff. So I'm going to get everything packed, head out on the trail. Let's go put some miles down. All right. So this is Military Ridge State Trail. It goes from Dodgeville to Verona, Wisconsin. My friend Chuck told me about it. He said it's very similar to the Heritage Trail in Dubuque. And it's like 40 miles long. So this is a good day to get in some miles. And I don't know anything about the terrain of this thing. So I don't know if I'm gonna be riding through trees and shade like this for a lot of it, or if I'm gonna be out in open fields. I don't know how well it's maintained. I don't know anything about this trail. I just figured it's a good opportunity for a high mileage day. And then when I heard about the heat that we're supposed to get today, I was kind of second guessing it, but at the same time, I've still got to get my body acclimated to some of this shit in some extent. So I'm just doing it. So when I'm on Ragbrai, I'm not going to have any, qualms about it. I'm just going to do the things. I'm not used to eating breakfast and then doing any exercise afterwards, so I feel awful. I got, like I was saying in the intro, I woke up this morning and just had a headache, kind of a kink in my shoulder, neck sore. Kind of massaged that out a little bit before I left, and after breakfast I had some ibuprofen, stocked up good on water, electrolytes, so I got plenty of snacks, and I should be going through a lot of towns today, so if I need something, I should be able to stop and grab it. Oh, you know what? I just realized I did not turn on my GPS. I don't know how far we just went, but I'm gonna start from here, I guess. I don't think it's picking up a GPS signal. There's a little rider with a circle and an X through it. So I think that might be what's going on. I don't think it can pick up a signal. Well, this thing's worthless. You too. All right, so this piece of crap finally engaged. It's working. I don't know what the deal is with this thing. I think I'm gonna see about Strava or some other app. I gotta talk to people and figure out what works. So far, the condition of this trail is a little dirtier than the Heritage. There's a lot more sticks and debris. I don't think they clean it up as much. You have to pay attention. Good morning. of the canopy of trees here, and I swear there was probably a 5-degree difference in how the weather felt just going into the sun. It is going to be a baking hot day. But as long as a lot of this trail is under canopy like this, that'll be nice. The grade of the trail so far has been like 0% to 1, so it's pretty flat so far anyway. I don't want to say that too soon. Shit might get crazy. There's lots of limbs and stuff like I said already, but there's some ruts too from rain. There's different holes. I've ran over some like areas where I think gophers must have been digging through the trail too. So I really need to pay attention and try not to hit holes or big sticks that could potentially damage my tires. So I don't want to be dealing with that shit today. Let's pray for a safe and uneventful ride. But ultimately, whatever happens, I'm gonna have to deal with it, and I will. One thing that I'm appreciative of this morning is the wind. I know it's supposed to get really hot today, but this wind I think is gonna save me, because it feels like there's a fan blowing on me. I'll have to make sure to keep up my hydration, of course, but it's nice with these crosswinds, the cool breeze. I know it's still early in the morning. Maybe later I'll be saying something different, but right now it feels pretty damn good. It's kind of funny, like I've gone to Madison countless times throughout my life. You know, you travel to concerts or different things up in Wisconsin, even just going to Madison to go shopping or something. Had no idea this trail existed, but you know, if you're not into biking long distance, why would you? You know, I just happened to be talking to a friend of mine about training for Ragbrai, and he used to race bikes, and he told me about this trail. So here I am. Shout out to Chuck. I'll have to share a link to his YouTube channel on here. Yeah, it's funny, I'll be on every trip now going to Madison and back. I'm gonna be looking over here for this trail, because now I know it exists right along the main highway. It's pretty crazy, all the years of not knowing. Something that just occurred to me too, since I got out of the immediate vicinity of Dodgeville, I have not seen another person on this trail. So I don't know how many people I'm going to encounter today on this. It might just be near the towns that I pass through, you know, families and people out just for a quick recreational bike ride. Just an observation. Looks like I'm going to get some paved road up here in a second. I wonder how long that'll last. That'll be nice. Nice blacktop here. Smooth. I love it. I'm sure it'll be short-lived, so I'll enjoy it while I got it. Yep, it's over. I'll bet that wasn't even a quarter mile. That's fine. It was smooth for a minute. I'll take it. Yeah, this is looking like I'm gonna be in full sun for a while now. We are 6 miles in, so just getting warmed up. It's crazy to think that in exactly 4 weeks from today, I'm gonna be on Ragbrai. I'll be in it with thousands of people surrounding me. I'm excited, slightly nervous, but yeah, it's been a long time coming, and ever since I pulled the trigger on buying the passes to ride it, I've just been chomping at the bit to do this thing. And it's gonna suck because when it's over, it's gonna be over. That's one thing I've noticed through life as I've gotten older. You make plans for stuff and it's in your calendar and you're looking forward to it, and then it happens and it's over and gone. So you really got to learn to live in the moment, because the things don't last. So when you're experiencing it, you got to slow down and take it in. And I got to try to remember that as I'm trying to film Ragbrai and take photos and everything on the actual Ragbrai trip, to actually take some time to take it in as well, not just be worried about getting footage. You know, ultimately, when it's all said and done, I'll have the video. As long as there's no technical errors, I'll have the video, and then I can always look back on that, I guess. So I'm just trying not to get too caught up in having rules or having a rigid schedule of I got to do this, got to do that when I'm on Ragbrai. I'm just going to do it. Let it be organic. Not be trying to control any narratives or anything. Just record the experience and have a lot of fun. Whatever comes out of it is what comes out of it. Something going on here this morning. Not sure what. Might be the beginning of a swap meet setup or something. I think I'm in, can't read it, but I think I'm in Ridgeway. Oh, this is cool. It's an old train station. Yeah, a lot of these bike trails are built on old train tracks. This is a pretty cool old train station here in Ridgeway, Wisconsin, off of this Military Ridge Trail. There's an old caboose here. It's pretty cool. Reminds me of playing Red Dead Redemption. And I got a long way to go. I'm just getting started. I'm just about 10 miles in, so that's only 1/8 of my day. You know, I'm gonna assess where I'm at 25 miles in, because the most I've done so far is at 53 on the Heritage Trail, and I don't want to push myself too hard if I'm not going to be able to handle it, but I think I'll be fine. But yeah, at the 25 mile mark, I'm going to see how I'm feeling there and judge it. But yeah, my body's been getting stronger and stronger. My legs are stronger. My recovery is quicker. You know, it's always the first hour is the worst hour, but nothing compared to the last, is my motto. I've learned that from motorcycling. When you first get on the motorcycle and you head out on a big trip somewhere, You know, heading to North Carolina, say from Iowa, over 1,000-mile trip. The first hour, you're trying to get your body adjusted to being in the saddle again for that long. You know, because a lot of your riding you do locally, you're going to bars and stops and hanging out with friends. And I don't drink and ride, by the way, by saying that I stop at bars. I never drink and ride. But a lot of people I ride with do drink, and I'm not knocking them. You know, it is what it is. That's what people do. But I don't. Anyway, you know, a lot of that riding, you're not on the bike for a long period of time. So you're trying to ride a motorcycle somewhere, long distance. You got to settle into that saddle in the first hour. And it can be a little bit miserable. You're anxious, you want to get going out of town. There's a lot of stress involved in getting going. But then once you get that first hour in, you just kind of start settling in for the ride. You know, you get uncomfortable. You just kind of shift in your seat a bit, move around, stop, stretch when you need to, and keep moving. And then the last hour, when you're almost home and you've just done thousands of miles round trip on a motorcycle, that last hour, and you know that you're almost there, it's the worst. You can't get comfortable. You're anxious to get to your bed or shower, get home and just see your family. So I've come up with that model over the years. The first hour is the worst hour, but nothing compares to the last hour. But I think knowing that with motorcycling, I've had that mentality that, you know, that first hour is just gonna suck and just get through it. Yeah, I don't even know how far I'm in today, but the sit bones are feeling fine. Still got a little pressure on the gooch area. I don't know what's up with that, but maybe tomorrow I'll stop down at Bicycle World and address that with them. Yeah, I never had an issue with that until I took a week off and came back out, and then it was like, whoa, what's going on here? This is a new thing. That's cool. I gotta stop, take a photo of that. So someone created their own analog old school lawnmower, took a bicycle and attached one of those old push mowers to the front of it. That's pretty clever. I wonder how well it worked. Could just be yard art, but I'd like to think somebody actually used it or uses it still to this day. That'd be pretty awesome. So I just stopped and made a seat adjustment because I felt like I was putting a lot of pressure directly on my taint and not so much on the sit bones. And I don't know if my seat had like moved on its own in that position or if it's just something I didn't notice until I took a week off, but I'm hoping that helps now. Try to get my weight into that back of my ass, not into my groin area. I don't even know what time it is right now. I didn't look at the time when I stopped. I guess I could do that just to get an idea where I'm at. It is 9:43. That seems really late for me to be out here just kind of getting at 11 and a half miles. You know, I got going this morning and I had to stop, get gas in the truck, and I drove to Mineral Point. I thought the trail started there, and then they told me it was in Dodgeville. So by the time I got to the trail, and then I found out I had to buy a day pass. I had to run back into town to the gas station, get the pass, get back out to the truck, load everything in the bike, do my little intro, and hit the road. So I just stopped off in Verona, Wisconsin. I'm here in front of the Ope House. I'm not stopping here to eat today. I'm just trying to give this place a little shout out. Krista and I stopped here earlier in the year on our way to the Wisconsin Dells and got some food here, and the food was absolutely amazing. So if you're ever in Verona, Wisconsin, stop and check it out. must have had a storm come through here recently. That could be the reason why all these sticks and debris are here and trees are down. So maybe I'm too quick to judge for the condition of the trail. They might not have been able to get out here yet and clean up. I know we did have some storms come through recently, so they missed Dubuque, but some of them went through Wisconsin pretty heavily. Here's a cool little tunnel we get to ride through this morning. I think it's going under the highway above us here. Oh, she's pretty wet in here. Oh, it's nice and cool though. And I'm getting wet. Oh, gross. There's a mud hole coming out of here. Okay, we'll just take it easy. Try not to fling too much mud all over myself. Let the tires dry off a bit as I'm rolling here. Yeah, it got cool through there, so that was good. But it was short-lived. All right, let's get back in it. We are rolling into Mount Horeb, Wisconsin now. The town with a bunch of little trolls around. It's kind of their mascot. Maybe we'll get lucky to see one or two on the trail here, or off the trail. Coming up to Duluth Trading Company here. Downtown area of Mount Horeb. And it looks like there's another train depot right up here ahead of me. Oh, this truck letting me go. Yeah, it's another neat little train depot. I don't know if this is an original one that they fixed up or something that they built later, but these nice little buildings to see. And we got a little troll over here, it looks like. On a bicycle. Or a tricycle. Check that little fella out. All right. Back north. Morning. Just passed a guy that was heading southbound, and he was wearing a Ragbrai shirt from one of the prior years, so I'm wondering if he's out here training for Ragbrai as well. Kindred spirit going south. I'm starting to see a lot more bikes up here. Maybe people are just getting out and about now. This Sunday, so some of these people might be getting out of church and stuff, or just getting out after breakfast, maybe, I don't know. But it's good to be seeing some people now on the trail besides myself. Morning. Alrighty, we have a roadblock. I'm gonna have to lift up and walk through this fella. Ugh. That's all right, my legs needed to get a little stretch anyway. The toes on my right foot have been getting half numb and sore, so. How the hell am I supposed to step into this? All right, I don't want to put my weight into the branches because I feel like it's just going to collapse. So I'm going to step through and then try to carry the bike, I guess. Yeah, this is all fairly fresh, broken tree limbs. So I can't fault the trail people that maintain the trail for this. Obviously, it's pretty fresh. So, no blame. It's just nature. Shit happens. Whew, I got that thing in the low here in high gear. Crank her down so I can get moving. Alright. It's amazing how quickly you get hot when you stand still. This pouring sweat already just from standing there. Morning. Whew. Yeah, once you're rolling again, that breeze is just amazing. It's like it's just wicking the sweat right off you. Looks like it is, according to my GPS, 93 degrees right now. So it's a warm one. So I said I was going to reassess at 25 miles to determine if I was going to keep going or turn around and go back. And I kind of blew past that. I just realized I'm 28.3 miles in. I'm feeling hungry, but I'm still feeling pretty good. So just going to keep on trucking. So if the trail map is accurate, and this is 40 miles to the end of the trail to go back, to turn around and go back, I'm roughly 12 miles left before the turnaround. So I'm doing pretty good, I think. I'm debating if I want to like eat some more of my snack food now, which I probably should if I'm feeling hungry. They say it's probably too late, but maybe I'll find a spot here in the shade, eat a little something else, and keep going. I can't believe how fast your body metabolizes food. You know, there's no way it's digesting it. Maybe it's just the immediate blood sugars and stuff that is getting into your body when you eat, and then you're pushing yourself to something to endure your, I don't know. I can't even think right now how to word it. Like pushing yourself through something physically challenging. I guess maybe your body's like pulling blood sugars out of the food quickly and getting you going. And then it just takes longer to actually digest it. I don't really know how it works, but I had a granola bar when I got up, snagged a breakfast sandwich and a donut when I left the gas station this morning. And then I stopped a while back and had a granola bar and some fruit snacks, and now I'm back on the trail. That was probably 12, 13 miles ago, I think. And now I'm feeling hungry again, so. I can always stop again to replenish food at a gas station. My snacks are getting low, but I'm sure I'll come across some place that I can grab more water and more snacks. Stop by this little creek here, get a little more energy in me with some snackage. We're like 29 miles in, 29.11 miles. This last like 8 or so miles here are gonna be a little rougher, unless this breeze keeps up. That'd be awesome, because now I'm like pretty much in full sun. It's getting to be close to noon. It's 93 degrees. So this last stretch might test me. I'm still feeling pretty good though. I'm just looking ahead of myself here up down the road, and it's not much shade. The trail's pretty well lit along here. Just tiny little patches of shade. but I'm keeping myself hydrated. I just mixed up some more electrolytes, had my last stop there to munch on some snackage. Grabbed my second water bottle, technically my third water bottle because I already drank 2 today, plus a full electrolyte and one back home before I came out. So I'm drinking a lot of fluids. But I got to keep up on it because I've only had to use the bathroom once. So I don't want to get dehydrated. So I don't know what the status of the trail is up here. I don't know if they got a detour around this or what, but looks like I'm coming into some construction on the trail. Looks like a detour. Maybe it just goes around the bridge here or something. It looks like it was a tunnel going under at one point. Oh. Huh. This bridge looks pretty old. Maybe this is just an access point to the trail and they're detouring you around on it now to do the work. Has to be, because this ain't new. Hey, we got a hill. A little 6% grade there. You okay? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
I was just making sure that my brake wasn't rubbing. That's
oh.
It just sounded like it was a little bit, so
gotcha.
I was just checking it. Thank you.
Yep. Didn't mean to startle that lady. Just figured I'd check on her. Saw her fidgeting with the bike there. So this is blacktop here, obviously. I don't see the other trail off to my right over by the highway. So I'm not sure what is going on with that whole thing, but we'll just follow this detour, I guess, and see where it puts us. Just enjoy the pavement for a minute. Trip here I can get food from. They usually got a pretty good selection of quick gas station foods. None of this shit's the healthiest that I've been eating out here while biking, which is kind of funny. You know, I'm doing something that you consider healthy exercise, but I'm eating all this, a lot of processed sugary shit that I would never generally eat. And as many calories as I'm burning off, it feels like I'm gaining weight. Well, I am gaining weight. It doesn't feel like it. I've gained weight, which is, and yeah, I know some of it's probably muscle from my legs, you know, pumping all these pedals. But my waist has gotten thicker. I can see it and I feel it. So I cannot wait to be done all this training and all this shitty food I've been eating to get back to a normal diet for me. More high proteins, fruits and vegetables instead of a bunch of simple processed carbohydrate shit. Let's see here. Where is this trail? Looks like I'm gonna ride over top of the trail here. How do I get back down to that? I don't know if that's, there were some signs there. Maybe I missed one of them explaining something that I should have done. I'm gonna go back. I can see the trail under this bridge here, so I just gotta figure out how the hell to get to it. Looks like maybe on my left there might be a sidewalk that goes down there. I'm gonna venture that way and see where we go. I'm gonna zip over here and see if there was a sign on this corner telling me anything. No, it's not. It's just pointing straight ahead, detour. But I think I see the trail over here, so I'm just gonna go this way and check it out. That's interesting. The sign over this way says end detour. But if I would have went straight, I would never have turned here to see this, which I did do, is go straight. I think in my peripheral, I saw a detour ahead and I kept going. And then I just happened to notice there was a trail going under that bridge. So here we are, back on track. We're at 35 miles. I rolled past the sign that said, "Welcome to the Cannonball Path." So Military Ridge Road just switched into Cannonball, apparently. And it goes up over this pedestrian bridge, I think. So we're gonna ride up here, take a peek, then we're gonna turn around, I think, because we're about to hit 40 miles on the GPS. And the trail is supposed to be 40 miles from Dodgeville to Verona, which I think we're past Verona now, like 5 miles past there. I think this is going into Madison right here. Yeah. At 39.85. You know, to be anal, I'm just gonna go at 40 on this GPS and then I'll turn around. Something about even numbers, man. We are 39. Oh, we hit it. Oh, right there, 40. All right, we hit our 40-mile mark. We're north of Verona now, just on the south side of Madison. We're gonna turn around and head back down that trail, go find some place to eat, keep on trucking. So the crosswinds that I've had going north are now headwinds since I turned around to head south. So I'm gonna have to put in some work now. So we're just gonna roll into this quick trip, see about lunch. I gotta hit this place anyway to stock up on water and some more snacks for the ride back. So I might as well see if I can just grab some food here rather than going off trail to find some other restaurant or whatever. All right, back out here on the trail again. I just pigged out at the quick trip back there. Got myself a turkey bacon wrap, some chips, and a yogurt parfait, strawberry yogurt. I am full. I drank a whole 33.8, I guess 34-ounce bottle of water. My gut is bloated. And then I restocked up on some snackage. I grabbed 4 bottles of that water, the 33.8 ounce bottles of water. Refilled my bottles, slammed the one. Well, yeah, I slammed one and refilled. And and then I got 2 bottles left in my pack. So I should have plenty of water for the ride home, and I should have plenty of fuel with the food I got to get me home. Now I just gotta hope the wind works in my favor, because it's coming down back into Verona. It's dealing with the headwind. Right now I'm riding with the wind, but we'll see when I get back on the trail, because right now I'm on the detour again. I've been seeing these real interesting looking weeds along the trail here. I noticed it earlier, but I didn't want to stop. But I've been seeing these things. They remind me of something out of a Dr. Seuss book. Some type of a weed that's growing here all through this kind of marshy area. If anybody knows what they are, throw it in the comments. Kind of curious. We are back to the tree in the trail. Oh, I just got bit by some kind of fly as I was slowing down. Okay, let's see here. That was a little easier to navigate coming this direction. Alrighty, back at it. So I just rolled 54 miles on the speedo here, and that means this is officially the longest ride I've ever taken on a bicycle. So everything on after this is just going to increase my max mileage that I've ever ridden. Yeah, the heat of the day is kind of hitting me, and I think probably because I ate a lot of food, my body's trying to digest that. So I'm getting a little tired. So probably not a good idea to stuff myself in the middle of riding. So, note to self, eat little snacky things all freaking day long until the end of the day. You know, if I stop somewhere along the way and grab some meal, well, not a meal, but like Mr. Pork Chop, I'll just get Mr. Pork Chop. I'm not gonna eat any sides or anything with it. You know, eating a wrap, a bag of chips, and that yogurt parfait, that was a lot to consume. When I got back on the bike in this heat, it didn't feel too good in my gut, and now getting tired. So I think that's exactly what I did, is overstuff myself. So So, lesson learned. This is why I'm doing this shit. Figure these things out now before I'm on Ragbrai. And I'm sure even all the things that I'm doing now, I'm still going to learn new things on Ragbrai. I'm at 55 3/4 miles. I'm back at Mount Horeb in the little rest area here. Surprisingly, my ass and my legs are doing pretty good. But my right foot, I like keep going numb in between two of my toes. I'm assuming because I'm just sitting in the saddle, cutting off some circulation. So I'm gonna chill here for a little bit. My neck is also killing me. Just being riding, like leaning forward in the riding position with your head up for hours at a time. My neck's getting pretty sore. So I'm gonna stop here for maybe 10-15 minutes or more, kick off my shoes and just relax, and then I'll get back in it. All right, just taking back off here in Mount Horeb. Body needed that rest. My feet were killing me, and my neck as well. I'm sure it'll come back. You know, being out here for this many hours, you're gonna deal with it. But it was nice to kick my shoes off, stop sweating a little bit. There was like a pavilion that I was in. It was really shaded and some really good breeze coming through. So it felt pretty good to just lay there on the bench, just relaxing. I've been rolling along like 1.5 to 2% grade up for miles, it seems, and it is daunting, you know. So it's not going down at all, hardly any reprieve. There's a couple areas where it'll flatten out a little bit and then it just seems to climb again. I don't remember a descent going the other way, man. Hey. But I guess if I was going the other way and it was nice and easy, I wouldn't remember it. You know, as much as I enjoy this shade, it's kind of getting me spoiled. Because I know on Ragbrai, in reality, I'm not going to have it. Because it's highways cutting across through farmland, through Iowa. And it's going to be blazing hot sun all day long, with no shade, until you get into some towns that have trees. So these trails with all the trees are spoiling me. The reality is going to be much worse than this. It feels like I'm riding in a convection oven. The wind is blowing all around me, but it's like hot air now. It's not cool at all. Temperature says 98. It feels like it. Rolling back into the wet, muddy tunnel. Take the path of least mud. Oh, it feels so nice and cool under here. Almost like I'm in air conditioning. Take my time in here for a minute. This wind is crazy. Very strong headwind and crosswinds. Just keeps fluctuating around like I'm in a whirlwind. I had a little break there for a bit. I was descending down. Now it's kind of leveled out. So I was just thinking about like where I'm at in this ride, and you got to keep eating carbs. And it seems like I just ate. Like it don't feels like I should be eating yet. But I just looked at the time, and it's been almost 3 hours since I ate something, which seems crazy to me. It doesn't seem like I've been pedaling that long since I stopped to eat. But I'm about 70.5 miles in now, and I don't want to crash, so I guess I'll eat a little bit of the stuff that I got for snacks. That's what I bought it for. It just seems ridiculous that I'm eating already. It just doesn't seem like 3 hours went by, but I guess I did have a little break. I stopped and stretched and stuff, so that whole thing probably took about 30 minutes of my time. So I guess I'll eat a little something. I just hit a patch of sand here on the trail and about made my wheel turn left. For a split second, I thought I was going down, but I straightened it out. I hit a couple of sandy spots today, but it didn't do that to me. That was a little sketchy. I'm not sure where we're at currently. Probably roughly 10-11 miles left to go. It says I'm at 69.8 miles. When you get to this many miles, it's just work. You're just doing it. First hour is the worst hour, but it don't compare to the last. I just rolled 70 miles, so I should have close to 10 miles left, roughly. So it should be about an hour left, because I'm averaging between 10 and 12 miles an hour. You know, hills and stuff change that, but it should be about an hour left of riding. Rolling back through Ridgeway. Wind at my face. So one of my favorite snacks that I've been enjoying out here is Uncrustables. They're really good. They remind me of growing up, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all the time. Now as an adult, I do more natural peanut butter and crunchy peanut butter. But those Uncrustables are like creamy peanut butter, and I get the grape jelly ones. Pretty good. But I had a knockoff one from the Quick Star. Not as good. It was good, but not as good. The peanut butter is a little more gritty. Oh wow, the window on this church over here is pretty cool. Check that out. That's neat. Man, I hope you can hear this wind, and I wish you could feel it. Oh, it sucks. It sucks especially when you're climbing uphill. Oh, it looks like I'm getting a descent finally. A little bit of shade for a minute. I am on the home stretch. Only a mile left to go. All right, we made it back to where we started. Made it back to Dodgeville. We got 80.63 miles in. When I started my day today, these two were full of water and this was full of electrolytes. I stopped and got breakfast and grabbed an extra bottle of water, and I had a coffee, and then I drank both of these and that filled with electrolytes twice with that extra bottle of water. And then when I ate lunch, I picked up 4 of these bad boys. Those are 33.8 ounces, so it's a quart of water. So I had 4 quarts of water, which refilled the electrolytes and the waters. This one has a little bit left. Not much, it's like maybe half. So I drank all that liquid today, and I only used the bathroom twice. So the fact that I only used the bathroom twice today means I was sweating all that liquid out. If it wasn't so windy, I might have noticed how bad I was sweating, but I think the wind was just knocking the sweat off me. I felt dry most of the day. I mean, I feel hot when I'm standing still, but when you're moving in this heavy winds like it is, I just didn't realize how much I was sweating. But when you're consuming that much liquid and only peeing 2 times throughout the day, that's crazy. So that being said, today's the longest I have ever ridden a bicycle in my life. Just over 80 miles. And it feels like I rode just over 80 miles. My knees are pretty sore now. I was doing good until I hit those headwinds coming back and then hitting the hills. And they weren't even steep hills, but just with that wind, it made it a different factor for sure. But I'm glad I got out here and did it. I started off this morning not feeling so great, but I pushed myself to get out here anyway. And I'm glad I did. Because now I can say I did 80 miles. Next is 100. But I'm not doing it today. I'm going to try to do the century ride on Ragbrai. Anyway, I don't know what you got going on today. It's a great day to chase your dreams. I'm going to get back to living mine. See you next time.